everyone. Ariel Adams here with aBlogtoWatch. We're here at Baselworld 2013 with Jean-Claude Biver, the chairman of Hublot. Jean-Claude?
Hi, Aaron.
So, it's been a fantastic show. It's towards the end now, lots of excitement. And one of the top pieces of the show is your newest Ferrari collaboration piece, the MP5, the LaFerrari. Let's get the watch right here. Let's take a look at it.
Yeah, it's an unbelievable watch.
Tell me about the development of this
It's
watch.
the first watch where the movement has been designed like a V12 engine. Most of the movements are round or rectangular. This movement has been really designed to look as much as possible like a Ferrari engine. And that is quite particular. The other particularity is Ferrari engines are very powerful, a lot of horsepowers. How can you put horsepowers in a watch? Through the power reserve. And for the road, it's the power horses, and here it's the power reserve for the wrist. And the power reserve we have achieved is 50 days, which is a world record.
That's
50
that's
days.
an insane amount of time.
Yeah.
Like, did you have the number 50 in your head?
No,
Is that
I
the
write
goal?
the number 60
You
in my
wanted
head.
60. Oh, okay.
Because 60 is 2 months.
Right.
50 is in between.
So, what,
Yeah.
what
So
happened-
I
what
think
happened
the
to 10
next
days?
one will be 60.
Okay.
We are working now on
And
60.
it's just going to be a little longer, a few more barrels maybe?
Or maybe the different strengths of the barrels.
Right,
Let's.
right.
We would like to keep the numbers of barrels, but make them a little bit stronger, and that will be the next, probably. I don't know. The next series, which we are going to start in 2015. In 2015, we will make a second, which will not be called LaFerrari, but this type of development with Ferrari will continue.
So there's something really interesting about the LaFerrari watch in the sense that it doesn't work the same way as other watches. You can't just wind the crown yourself. There's this little drill.
You can wind it yourself, but it would take you 5 minutes because you have to wind up till 50 days, you know?
Yeah.
And that's why we have a little engine, a little element here that helps.
The drill. I love
Yeah, the drill. The drill is great. You know, you put it inside here and so it takes a
So it's very much like
takes
racing.
10
Like
it's
putting
like
wheels on
racing.
a car. That's a great thing.
It takes a few seconds.
So what is this little piece right here? This is interesting.
And that's if you don't have your drill, you can have it here. Then you put it and then you turn.
Oh, you turn by your hand. Okay, that's
Yes.
what it's for. And so there's one of these is for winding, and the other one's for setting the time.
Yes, exactly. And
interesting.
that's like you can have the keys of your car. So it's a key holder.
Let me ask you a question. You know, you come out with pretty wild, crazy things every year. Hublot
Yes.
never sort of disappoints in that regard. But you know, what do you have to do internally to make sure that every year you have something cool which is ready?
Great
Is it difficult?
people who are ready to think out of the box. You know, the most difficult thing in the company are people.
Right.
And then once you have people, sometimes you have very good people, but they only think in the box. So we need people who think out of the box. And then we need a CEO who also thinks out of the box. And that's what we have. And then you have a president like me, a chairman who thinks only out of the box. So when it starts from the top, how to think, and when the top says every day we must be different, we must be unique, we must be the first, we must be the first, we must be different, we must be unique. Then slowly it goes down to everybody. And then from the receptionist who answers the phone, she thinks, I have to be different first and unique. And then slowly, the company starts to be the first, different and unique.
So how do you decide what project to develop? Because I'm sure there's new ideas all the time. How do you make that decision?
It depends. Here, this project was in development, was in work for how long? Maybe 3 years.
Right.
And slowly we said, hey, that could be for Ferrari. God. And then we took a curve and we started to do it slightly different and we adapted to Ferrari. When you have a lot of projects in development, We are not in a hurry to decide which project goes where. If you have only one, then you are in trouble. We have 10 projects at the moment, which we are not using now, maybe next year, maybe in 3 years, and that is the final objective of the research and development department. They must bring us 10 projects. Then we know when we choose 2 that those are the right ones. You must have the choice. In many other companies, they bring 2 projects and you have to take them.
Right.
We can select and we can choose, and the choice depends on the trend, the choice depends on the opportunity, the choice depends on the synergy we can have with a certain event or a sponsor. So and that gives us an incredible flexibility and an incredible speed. People say, how come you did this? But you started the Ferrari partnership 2 years ago. Yeah, but we had that already on our...
Well, it's really cool. The MP5 La Ferrari,
Yeah,
with
it's
50
fantastic.
days of power reserve, and the tourbillon.
Yeah, and it doesn't look like a watch. It looks like an engine.
It does. It's an engine for the wrist.
Voila, you have the engine for the road and you have the engine for the wrist.
I want to ask you a different question. Now, Hublot is a brand which has a lot of appeal to younger people or people that like sporty watches, more modern design. But it's still an expensive watch. Now, we had an interesting announcement this year where Swatch said that they're going to come out with about 100 Swiss franc mechanical watch. What do you think that in the market is going to do?
It's fabulous.
For higher end mechanical
It's
watches?
fabulous. It will only promote.
Exactly.
It will show also to the young people. It will make people watch conscious.
Right.
The watch consciousness of children, of young people, is essential for us. So we should give maybe $5 back to Swatch for the publicity and for the advertisement they are making for mechanical watches. I think it's just genius.
So do you think that younger people who get those are going to graduate eventually
Yes.
to more expensive
Of course.
Okay.
It's the entry.
I think it's
Once
a great
they
idea.
have entered on their wrist with a Swatch, they will follow up and they will go to other brands. That's why I say we should all pay here, everybody should be give to Swatch $5 for each watch we sell. So we sell 30,000 watches, we should give 30,000 times $5. Rolex, who sells maybe 800,000 watches, they should give 800,000 times 5, because they do a fabulous promotion among the young kids.
It's true. I think it's an interesting product. And I look forward- no, I think it's one of the best things that could have happened in getting more
Yes,
people
it's
into
the best.
mechanical watches. Jean-Claude, thank you so much.
Thank you.